Tonight I'm going to head up to Fingle Bridge in Devon. Fingle Bridge is a heavily wooded area, so it's obviously well suited for autumnal shots. Now I'm going to follow the path up, which will take me above the tree line so I can get some nice wide views of the woodland below. Now autumn isn't quite here yet, it's probably still a few weeks away yet, but the idea of going out tonight is to try and figure out which location to shoot from. It's quite a big area, it's a long path, so there are lots of options. What I don't want to be doing is that when I'm there one morning and the sun's coming up, I'm still trying to work out where I'm going to shoot from. So it's really to go and try and pick some spots, maybe not final compositions, I can always tune that on the day of the actual shoot, but if I've got a good idea of where I want to shoot from, that will save me a lot of time and pressure on the morning that I do go and shoot there. So why don't you join me, we'll head off to Fingle Bridge and we'll go and scout some locations together. Parked the car down at Fingle Bridge and I've just taken the path, it's called Hunter's Path, and it takes you up to the top of the valley. It's up there that I'm hoping to find some locations to shoot in a few weeks' time when the autumn colours really start to come through. Okay, I've just made it to the top of Hunter's Path and there are some pretty dramatic views to be had here, so I'm going to spend a bit of time walking along the plateau here and then maybe venturing down onto the hillside to see what viewpoints I can see. But if you take a quick look about with me, you can see the valley runs all the way down there, all the way along there, and down there where the sun will be setting later on tonight. So there are plenty of potential locations there to be had, so I'm going to get on with it and see what we can find. So I've had to make a bit of a steep descent on that hill there. I'm not quite sure whether I'll get down here in the dark one morning with a full backpack full of camera gear, but never mind. What's caught my eye is this tree here. Now, it's looking like autumn has already caught up with it. It's looking quite brown already, but it would make an interesting scene if I can get the rest of the woodland to turn as well. So I'm going to take a photo, make a note of it, and put that down as a possible location for later on. Right, I've just climbed back up onto the main path. Oh, it was a bit of a scramble in places. I tell you, I'm glad I'm doing this during the day. I'm not trying to work this out first thing in the morning waiting for the sun to come up. A lot of value in coming out and planning your shots. Anyway, the reason I've come back up is I spotted a small lone tree on the hill, one of the slopes further down the path. Looked really interesting. So again, trees always make for good foreground interest, so I'm going down to check that out now. Right, I've reached the location after having to walk through some really jaggy bushes, but never mind, this is you have to suffer for your art apparently. So the tree there is just behind me. It looks quite good, it's quite bare. So my only concern with this shot, now that I've got down here, is going to be direction of light. Now this could well be a sunset shot rather than a sunrise shot. That kind of tree where it's going to be quite bare by the time autumn properly comes round, so it's going to need some good light on that lighter bark. Now the sun rises from behind me and it sets over that way, the opposite direction. So for the light to shine in that, I might have to wait for a sunset, but I do like the composition. So that one might be, again, I'm going to put that down as a maybe, but that might well be a sunset shot. Right, I've come a little bit further down the path again. I've never been this far down before, and I've discovered this little rocky outcrop behind me. Now, again, I think this might be another sunset location. Given that the direction the rock is facing in this particular scene here, I think some evening light bouncing off the rocks really make things interesting here. So, even though I've come here with the intention of finding sunrise locations, I should say, I'm thinking this could be a place where either or could do. Certainly, I found at least a couple of sunset locations, so it's definitely been worthwhile coming out here and finding these places. Okay, the light's starting to fade really fast now, so I'm going to call it a night. This has been really useful. I've scoped out some great locations, changed my mind about what time of day I might come as well, so it's been a useful exercise. But time to go home now and have a look at those pictures that I took. Well, I'm back in the office now and I've already processed those images, and I'm really happy with the time that I spent up in Fingle Bridge. Time can be quite limited in the mornings, especially with the sun rising so quickly. So for me it's really important to go there prepared and already know where I'm going to actually shoot from. That's something I've achieved from tonight's exercise. So I hope you found this video useful. I hope you found it interesting. If you want to see those images that I took in a bit more detail, I've posted them up on my blog. I'll put a link up on the screen now. And just below that I'll put a subscribe button, so if you want to click that you'll be automatically notified when I create new videos. And remember, if you want to like, comment and share this video, I'd really appreciate that. Until next time, bye bye.